This one thing remains the same. Hometown people that are your friends serving you every day to meet your financial needs. We want to see you grow and prosper. And when you ever have a need, you'll get personal attention right here at home, not in some far-off corporate office. Number one in customer service. Apex Bank of Camden, Benton County's best bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Operation 7570 on this Saturday morning. A little bit overcast. The sun is trying to peek through, but hopefully the rains will hold off because we have just a lot of activities going throughout Benton County today, some things that you might want to take advantage of, and we're going to be talking about one of those events in more detail in just a few moments. But let me just, first of all, on this Saturday morning, let me just tell you, run down some of the things we know that are going on throughout the community today, because when you go out and to go to these various locations to support these groups and organizations, you're helping certainly great causes today, and you'll get out wherever you go today and support some of these fine people I'm about to tell you about, and the venues, the locations where they're going to be taking place throughout the course of today. First of all, let me mention a vendor and craft event. This is taking place today from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. down at the Big Sandy High School Gymnasium. Shop with us at this indoor event. It's sponsored by the Big Sandy Beta Club, and all the proceeds down there will be going to the Big Sandy Beta Club for their projects. Once again, that's a vendor craft event taking place from 10 until 3 today down at the Big Sandy High School Gymnasium. Also taking place today just up the street from WRJB Studios at Hummingbird, 178 Hummingbird, Camden First United Pentecostal Church. They have an indoor thrift sale going on. That started about an hour ago. It will continue throughout the day up until 3 p.m. today. A lot of things in there at their thrift sale up there. I was just up there. They're going to be serving breakfast and lunch throughout the course of the day. Just had a sausage and biscuit and a coffee up there. And again, that activity takes place up here at the Camden First United Pentecostal Church from now until 3 p.m. So take advantage of that. Also, our friends at the Chalk Level Volunteer Fire Department, they're having their annual fish fry today. Chalk Level Volunteer Fire Department is located at 1680 Shiloh Church Road. Fish or chicken with slaw, beans, french fries, hush puppies, a drink, and dessert, all for $10 per plate. That's the annual fish fry today at Chalk Level Volunteer Fire Department, and we appreciate all the fine folks up at the Chalk Level and the things that they do throughout the community, and go out and support that event if you get that opportunity. Now this afternoon over in New Johnsonville, I think it gets underway about mid-afternoon, maybe 4, there is going to be a benefit for the Burt McGee family. Burt passed away a few weeks ago, so there's going to be a benefit to help that family today. Barbecue plates will be for sale at the event, $10 per plate. That's taking place about mid-afternoon or so, maybe 4 o'clock over at the Jarrah Building in New Johnsonville. Silent auction and live auction to follow. So that's another event you might want to take advantage of today. And before we get into the bulk of our program this morning, let me remind you also that there's a crappie tournament underway down at Big Sandy, the weigh-in in downtown Big Sandy for that event today around 3 p.m. My friend Mike Stockdale called me about that today, so that's been a big event in that community, and I know they've had a great turnout down there, and you might want to take advantage of the weigh-in today, downtown Big Sandy around 3 p.m. for that. Congratulations to the Camden Tennis Club, because we understand that the boys, that they won their district championship yesterday in competition, so congratulations to our friends at Camden Central High School, the tennis members, and good luck now as you get set as you go on up the tournament competitions, and I guess the regional, some of the kids will be in the regional level here in the coming days. And also baseball district tournament underway out here at Camden City Park. Camden Lions had a big victory yesterday over East Hickman High School by a score of 13-1. Trey Dooley in the win had a grand slam home run, helped out quite a bit in the cause. So by virtue of the win, Camden today, they will be in a game at 2:30 out at Camden City Park, and the Lions today, their opponent will be Stewart County. Stewart County won their game yesterday over Waverly by a score of 2-0. We'll have that broadcast for you this afternoon around 2:15 or so, but we have a preliminary game that gets underway at 12 o'clock. That's a loser's bracket game That's going to feature East Hickman and Waverly. So we know that you might want to go out there and support the baseball team. One other sports note before we talk with our guest this morning, let me tell you about softball. Coach Alder Blackburn's Lady Lions softball team, they'll be in action Monday in their district tournament. It gets underway over at Waverly, and the first opponent for the Camden Lady Lions in the tournament, we understand, will be East Hickman High School. So good luck to both the softball team in their tournament, which begins Monday at Waverly. Good luck to the Camden baseball team as they continue in their district tournament taking place this afternoon out at Camden City Park. So as you can see, there are a lot of activities taking place today throughout the course of the community, and there's another event taking place out here at the AutoZone parking lot. It gets underway about 11 today on Highway 641 North, and this is an event hosted by the Riding Dirty Jeep Club of Camden, and we're going to be getting into that event now as we go forward. And my guest in the studio is a member of the Riding Dirty Jeep Club, Tracy Sherham. Tracy, welcome today.
Thank
Good to have you in our
you.
studios. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
What's the event going on today, and what's it all about?
We are having a fundraiser for the two teenagers that passed away tragically this past week in the car accidents. It's just to help benefit the families and their needs in this time, this hard time for them.
We're going to get into this much, much more, and our thoughts and prayers are still extended to the families of Dakota Honeycutt and Lakin Hancock, who were tragically killed in separate car accidents about a week and a half ago, a week before last then, and we can't do enough for either of these families today. But before we really talk about some activities going on out there today, Tracy, and more about the event, what is the Riding Dirty Jeep Club, and how did it come about, and who can join?
So anyone with the Jeep can join it. Anyone. Riding Dirty Jeep Club was founded July the 6th of 2022, which is my daughter Alex's birthday. She passed away tragically in a car accident in 2012 here in Camden. It's in her honor. Her and her grandfather had Jeeps. I owned no Jeep. So a few years back, I begged my husband, please let me have a Jeep, and he had refused. So one of her good friends put his Jeep up for sale on Valentine's Day, and 3 years ago, I finally talked my husband into getting me that Jeep. So from there, we have 5.
Okay.
That's all we own is Jeeps now. We started this little club in her honor. It's a wonderful club. We do as much as we can for the community. Our club, we do a lot of rides. Of course, we're Jeep people, so we love to get out on trails and have fun. We go out to LBL, go out to Loretta Lynn's, Pigeon Forge every year, just different events, and enjoy ourselves. And it being my daughter's honor, when I feel like when I'm in my Jeep, she's with me.
And you say that she owned a Jeep herself?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And the club was just formed last year, just a little less than a year old, and you've been very active. You mentioned that, Tracy. You have already been very active with things within the community, and you've helped out with other projects here in recent months. Tell me about some of those other projects that you've helped with.
Actually, in a year, we've went to over 400 members.
Wow.
Over 400 members in our Jeep Club. It's just grown so dramatically. We've done Shop with a Cop. I think it was somewhere around the amount of $2,700 that we donated to Connie Ride
Right.
for the Shop with a Cop for the kids. We've done Dog Food Run for the animal shelter here in Camden. She didn't have even enough room to put all the dog food that we gathered. So it's our Jeep family is amazing. We really care about our community and bringing them together.
Now the run for dog food and dog supplies for the shelter, that was just done within the past 2 or 3 weeks, wasn't it? That's
Yes.
a recent
Yes.
project.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And I know the folks out there were very appreciative of all the foods and the things, because, you know, there's another great organization. You can't help that group out there enough as well.
No, that's the truth.
Those-
That is the truth.
Yeah, and those,
You know,
they
my
are all-
daughter was very
Yeah.
passionate about animals. Every animal we've ever had was adopted. So, but
And, yeah, we appreciate that. Now, is there a membership fee for somebody wanting to get into the club, or how does that work?
at this time, no.
Okay.
We take donations. When we go on rides, we pass the bucket. If you can afford to do, pay that day, you drop it in the bucket. If you can't, it's okay, because we all struggle, but we all want everybody to join in and have fun.
Now, with approximately 400 members that you mentioned, or just over 400 right now, I would imagine that there are members of your club that come from areas other than Camden, Benton County,
Yes.
surrounding counties
Yes.
too. Yes.
Yes, sir. We have members from Paris, Huntington, Brewston, Parsons, Lexington, Waverly, just about every surrounding county here. I think the closest Jeep Club, which we were a member of prior to starting our own, was Topless in Tennessee. That's another great organization. Every year, Topless in Tennessee goes down to Loretta Lynn's, and they raise a whole lot of money. There was over 500 Jeeps, I think, there last year at Loretta Lynn's. They do wonderful work also.
So if a person has a Jeep, you don't care if it's a Cherokee or Wrangler or what.
Don't matter.
It
As long
doesn't
as it's a
matter. Yeah,
Jeep.
it's got to be a Jeep. Any
Yep,
color.
yep.
Any color.
Yep, we have Cherokees, we have the Grand Cherokees, the SUVs, we have them all.
Well, you know, back in the day, back when I was growing up, and when we saw Jeeps, most of the time it would be on a movie on television, like used in the war, coming
Yes,
with the
sir.
Army, and military personnel. But it's really become a very popular vehicle. It's really become a very popular vehicle on the market here
Yes,
in the
it has.
past several years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Our town, you didn't see them very much. And within probably the last 3 years, would you say?
I would think
It
so.
has just exploded. I love it, though.
Yeah,
I love it.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. Now, we mentioned the Cherokees and the Wranglers and the other brands out there. Is there one more, that's more outstanding to the club members, or just vary? I mean, is there more Cherokees and Wranglers, or does that make any difference?
No,
Okay.
no. We've got Renegades, the little Renegade cars.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
As long as it's a Jeep, we love you. Come on in.
Two-door style or four-door?
What's my favorite?
Yeah.
My 95 two-door.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And that and our 66 wheelies.
Do they get good mileage?
No. No, my 95's not too bad.
Yeah.
That JKU, 2007 JKU, about 11 miles to the gallon. They're not cheap vehicles to own.
But, we talk about this and you have fun on your rides every so often, you do that, but there's a purpose that we've talked about with what's going on today, what you've done in the past. There's a much greater purpose than just getting out and riding, having trips, having weekend road trips, things like that. That's great, that's wonderful, but there's a more deeper purpose than just that, Tracy, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
And this is what we're here to talk about today. And it's coming up for the families, the Honeycutt family, the Hancock family. And, my heart still breaks for the families of both those young, 114, 115. And,
It's terrible.
yeah,
Terrible.
and there's nothing we can do or say that's going to ease the pain, the comfort. We can just pray for them and be there as best as we can under the
We can't take
circumstances.
that pain.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do is lessen their worries.
Mhm.
If us as a community, and the community has overwhelmingly come out and grows. Almost every small business in this county has helped us get this together, donations, so we can lessen their worries some.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can't take away the pain. All we can do is help them ease through this time.
Exactly. And you know what they're going through right now. You've been through this, and of course we still remember you and your family, of course, and that sort of thing. But a lot of people out there just cannot imagine what's going through. But you feel the pain firsthand.
Yes, I do. And no, if you haven't been through it, it's unexplainable. There's no way I can sit here and explain how these people are feeling. I can't even explain to you how I felt.
Sure.
It's just not possible. There's no words for it. None.
Right, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do right now. We're about halfway through our program, and we may cut the program a little bit short because I know you need to get out where the fundraiser is taking place, but we need to take a break right now for our friends at Apex Bank, and when we come back, we'll talk more about the activities taking place for these two families out at AutoZone. So, Luke, play us a message, and we'll be right back.
Apex Bank will be having a retirement celebration for Karen Seaton on Thursday, May 11th from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. That'll be at their Main Street location in Camden. Stop by and wish Karen well and thank her for her 50 years of service. Join the celebration and enjoy light refreshments and plenty of laughs. Again, that'll be Thursday, May 11th from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Apex Bank will be hosting a retirement celebration for Karen Seaton at their Main Street location in Camden.
Welcome back this morning to our program Operation 7570 on this Saturday morning. Great to have you with us, whether you're listening to us on 95.9, have joined us by way of WRJBradio.com this morning, or watching us this morning on Facebook Live. You know, at the top of the program, we told you about a lot of events, a lot of different things taking place in the community today, and these groups and organizations that I mentioned earlier could certainly use you just to stop by and, just to stop by. If you don't want to purchase anything at some of these places, just stop by and say hello, give them a friendly weekend shout out and things like that. But if you go to some of these places today, you're certainly helping out a good cause. You're helping a group or an organization in the community that does great work. And again, our guest this morning is Tracy Sherham. She's a member of the Riding Dirty Jeep Club of Camden. They have this event going on out at AutoZone parking lot, Highway 641 north of Camden today. It's a benefit to help the two families, the families of the two teenagers whose lives were cut short within the past couple of weeks because of separate traffic accidents, Dakota Honeycutt and Lakin Hancock, of course. And let's reiterate, Tracy, where is this event today and some of the activities that will take place and who's involved?
AutoZone parking lot is where it'll be. The Riding Dirty Jeep Club we have members everywhere down there right now running around setting up. The Punishers, I'm sure everybody knows Jeff Pierce here in Camden. His group is helping us. They're all down there helping set up, and off they'll go, I guess, here in a little bit. We'll be off running, and hopefully it'll be a big success.
Yeah, and there's going to be all sorts of activities then, and sandwich is going to be for sale, different things, ribeyes, is that right?
Ribeye sandwiches. We have hot dogs, barbecue bologna, come from Rocky Ridge Barbecue. Our cash saver donated 4 whole ribeyes for the sandwiches, all the bread for those, chips. Our community is awesome. It just fills my heart to know that our community has pitched in so much to help with this.
And Tracy, this is going to be an event. This is going to be an event, I think it's going to start about 11 o'clock, but it's going throughout the course of all day long.
All day long, up until night tonight when all the Jeeps show up and turn on their lights, and beautiful show. Yeah. Beautiful show.
And some of the people that will be on hand today, they've donated their time and their goods and wares, and donating out of the goodness of their heart to help these two fine families.
Yes, sir, they have. And from the small businesses down to people in the community baking. Grandma's baked cookies, Mom's baked cookies, just awesome the way this community has helped us today.
Yeah. Now, is there something, let's see, did I see something somewhere on Facebook this week about like an entry fee or something, $10 entry fee for something?
That's for the car shows tonight.
Okay.
And the motorcycle show, we will have antique car show, we'll have antique Jeep show, and a motorcycle show. So we'll be giving out prizes for best in show in each of those categories. The There'll be a raffle today. We have, I can't even start to name. We have a 9mm military grade handgun that was donated by shooters. We have a cooler, just a cooler stuffed full of just things for Jeeps that we've collected. We've had Craig Morgan, country music singer. His son passed away a few years ago here in Benton County. He had a fundraiser maybe for his son. Some kind of, the guitar he played that night was signed and donated to us. It will be on raffle there today.
Now, let's just say a person wants to come, he doesn't want to purchase any of the food items out there, he doesn't want to take part in the raffle, but can he or she just come and just give you a donation out of their
Yes,
own
they
pockets?
sure can.
That will be acceptable
Yes,
as
they
well.
sure can. They will be buckets set up for those donations.
That's right. That's good. And I think a young lady out at Briarwood School, her name is Holly Meyer, and she does some activities on the weekend. She's got a popcorn called Holly Pop.
Pop.
That's great stuff. That's good stuff.
That is the best popcorn in Benton County.
You better believe it.
She will be there today too, yes.
Yeah, I had a note from her a day or two ago, and she says she's going to be out there. So if you've never had Holly Pop, I certainly recommend it. I recommend that. And
Yes,
she's going to
sir.
be out there donating her time and some of the proceeds with Holly Pop, and hey, all sorts of bags out there. And hey, get you a bag or two, take home, and save it for a rainy day.
That's what I do with mine. When I see her, if she's at an event, I bring it home.
Yeah, I've seen her at quite a few events, and she's a great young lady doing a great job with her class out at Briarwood School. But again,
Ice cream truck. We have an ice cream truck. We have a snow cone truck. A smoothie truck coming. So there's gonna be a dunk tank.
I forgot about
Yes,
that. I knew
the
there was
dunk
something
tank.
we needed to talk about, the
Yep.
dunking tank.
Yep.
You going to be in the tank?
I will not. I did volunteer my husband to do that though, and the son.
Okay. All right. Do we know the times they're going to be out there? yet?
I'm not sure exactly when they're going to get a chance to get in there, but at some point today they will be, and hopefully maybe our mayor
Okay.
and our sheriff will show up and get in the duck tank for us. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Well, all right. That would be fine. That would be fine, you know.
What about you, Flash? Would you like to get in there?
I've got so many things going on today. I'm going to spend more time out there.
That's what I
Tracy,
say.
gonna be, but I'll be tied up some with the baseball game today, but we'll be out there before and maybe after them. But hey, we just want everybody to come on out and support the best you can, support to these two families then. And I'm sure in case somebody might be listening to us right now, they had no idea about the Riding Dirty Jeep Club, and they may have a Jeep and they want to get involved with your organization. You'll talk to them about that.
Go on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. It's called Riding Dirty Jeep Club, RIDIN, Riding Dirty Jeep Club. Answer the request of membership, answer the question, you're in.
Now, after today, in case someone cannot get out there, Tracy, might there be a way to contribute to this cause if they can't even show up today?
Our raffle for the 9mm will go until May the 27th. That drawing will be held at the Spring Festival in Big Sandy. We were invited to come to the parade there. So that's where we'll be on May the 27th. If you want tickets for that raffle, you do not have to be present to win any of the raffles today. Name, phone number, we'll call you, let you know, and you can come pick it up later. Same way with the pistol, once it's raffled, we'll draw that winner.
Well, after these accidents happened, and after the Dakota, I think was on Tuesday, this past Tuesday was a week ago, and Lakin, which I think was a week ago this past Thursday, but I mean, the Jeep Club and other organizations, you went to work immediately the next day. You're fine, and I commend you for that. You went to work the very next day, didn't miss a beat, you know, because you knew right away you had to do something.
We had 6 days to pull this event together. 6 days. Hopefully everybody in the community will be patient with us. There's going to be some little hiccups here and there, but 6 days, this is our first big fundraiser. Hopefully it all goes great.
Well, I think it will. I've got no doubt, and I think the good Lord's going, well, maybe overcast, but I think the weather's going to hold out today.
It is. It is. We're gonna put them positive vibrations out, and it is not gonna rain. It's not gonna be nasty. And it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I know this has been the priority for the past 7 or 8 days, Tracy, but after this event have you got other activities scheduled in the near future? Other things
Tomorrow.
coming up? Okay.
Tomorrow we will line up at 1 o'clock. If you want to get there before, it's fine. 1 o'clock, Finish Line Diner. We will be taking a ride. It will be a $20 fee. We're going to take a ride out to Natchez Trace State Park. We'll go to Cub Lake, have a little meet and greet. Everybody get together and rest for a little while. And then we're going to roll back here. We will roll out at 2 o'clock for that ride.
Sounds like a fun afternoon.
And all that money goes back into this fundraiser.
Fantastic. Sounds good. And, I think everybody right now, this is the first weekend in May, and maybe the weather, of course, we've had some weather in March and April when we think things are going to straighten out. We've had some terrible weather, but I think now is really getting into the time of the year people are just ready to get outside and do some outdoor activities.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? We are all ready. Our Jeep people are so ready for this warm weather. We're ready to take our tops off and enjoy the beautiful weather we're going to have here.
Well, I want to mention, at the top of the program, and I'd forgotten all about this, but when we were coming in before the program got underway and we were reminiscing, you've had some kinfolk that were part of the past up here at WRJB.
Yes, I have.
Tell me about that.
My father was maybe a couple years.
Okay.
He worked at WRJB back in the 70s at the old station.
Yes.
So it's,
Mr. Rodacher.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. That goes back a year or two.
Just a little bit. I think I was maybe 9, 10 years old.
I was fixing to say you were a young Tracy
Yes.
in those days. You're
Yes.
still a young Tracy.
Yes.
You're still a young Tracy.
I can remember several times Mom having to work and Dad having to work, and we'd play outside the radio station over there by Lockhart Hill.
That's right. That's exactly right. Did you ever slide down the hill on
Oh,
snow
many,
days or,
many times. Yeah.
Those were fun days for
Yeah.
sure. They were
We'd
fun
come in
days.
the radio station, Dad bring us some hot chocolate and get us all warmed up. Out back we'd go again.
Exactly. Well, Tracy, let's reiterate again what is going on in case people joined us late. Let's just talk again about what's going on today out at AutoZone and what it's all about.
We are having a fundraiser for the 2 families that lost their children this past week. Just the fundraiser, the funds are going to help ease their worry some. We can't fix this pain, but we can help ease their worries, and anything that they can get, I'm sure, is going to be greatly appreciated, because it's my husband and I, when we lost our daughter, it was a couple months before he was able to go back to work. This is not an easy time. So anything we can do to ease their pain, y'all come on out, join us, and buy some food, enjoy some times mingling with each other, come together as a community. If nothing else, be there for these parents.
And the ones that come out today and make a donation in whatever way they want to, it will be rewarding. You'll feel the benefits yourself.
I
You'll feel
already
good.
do.
You'll feel good about doing this.
I already do.
That's right.
I already
That's
do.
right. Tracy, it's been fun. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. And anytime that the Riding Dirty Jeep Club have things going on, you want to get out, other fundraisers on down the road, feel free to call upon us at any time. And
Thank you
come
so
back,
much.
You come back to the program anytime.
Thank you so much, and I enjoyed being here. And like I said, everybody come on out, have some fun, communicate with each other. We need that.
If you need to come early and do some things and go and take care of other business, come back later in the day.
That's
You're
it.
more than welcome.
Yep. Our drawing for the raffle will be at 5 o'clock this afternoon. We will be having a moment of silence prior to that for these families.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do our program this morning on Operation 7570. Thanks to Tracy for being here and get out and support this fine fundraiser today out at AutoZone. Gets underway at 11 for these 2 families within our community who definitely need your help at this point in time. And of course, at the top of the program, we talked about other things going on today. So if you want to get out and take advantage of some of those other things, that's well and good today. But thanks for being with us. I hope you have a great day, a great weekend. We'll see you next Saturday morning. Bye-bye, everybody.
Apex Bank of Camden proudly serves